stop playing.
I be running my city, my niggas on lookout. Cap ass nigga, he lie by the mill now. Oof, and then he appeal now. Smoking on, ain't nobody can see now. Trapping state to state, bitch, I'm in the Greyhound. Remember them long nights at the playground.
I remember them long nights at the playground. I was down bad, I had to stay down. You lose your life, you better stop playing around. I ain't had nothing, got it straight from the ground. I was patiently wearing, but I want that shit now. They lied to you, they don't care if it's foul. Got me a bucket and one in the foul. They was faking they love, and I'm mad that I'm seeing it now.
Freedom in. Hit a lick with my brother, we trap on the low. All my niggas just ain't with a scope. Got all of my niggas, we ready to go.
What happened is stay in the flow. This ain't no competition, they was running too slow. I do it for time, you already know. Delusional vision, I'm really trying to chase my goals. I had to cut off the hose. I gotta make that shit happen, cause I know that I'm chosen. I'm locked in and focused, no, I ain't dozing. I know that I'm special, man, I got the post. Man, I'm taking off, man, I'm coasting. I'm real live a sneaky bucket like the Rosen. I'm taking they spot and I'm all on notice. I'm getting the bar and I'm scoring, but they already know this. Crunch time, I ain't choking. For real, I feel like I'm shocking the pain, cause I'm ducking and posting.
I be running my city, my niggas on lookout. Cap ass nigga, he lie by the mill now. Oof, and then he appeal now. Smoking on, ain't nobody can see now. Trapping state to state, bitch, I'm in the Greyhound. Remember them long nights at the playground. Trapping state to state, bitch, I'm in the Greyhound. Remember them long nights at the playground. Don't play with the gang, nigga, you gon' get wet. My killer invisible, he silhouette. Got Drake in the back of that nigga a vet. And I'm with my brother, I ain't playing no chess. Screaming rest in peace, RJ, put him to rest. My nigga a dog, my nigga a vet.
Stop playing.
Look, man, y'all know what it is. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I'm coming to do what I got to do. And I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, Bobby banging this bitch. What's good, family? Man, we got a good one tonight, man. We got MC Kevin Chill in the building, man. And we talking about hip-hop origins by way of Cleveland, Ohio, man. Y'all know what it is, man. What's going on, Miss Tiff?
What's
How
up?
you doing?
I'm good. You know, anything that has to do with Black American culture, you already know. Besides the other conversation I like, this is my other favorite. So can't wait to hear what the brother Kevin Chill. You heard. I wonder if they can't say that. You heard.
You heard.
Kevin Chill. You heard. Got to say.
Couldn't peel you away from this one right here, man. Y'all see it, man. Hip hop origins by way of Cleveland, Ohio, man. Look, it's a good friend of mine, man. Unwavering support over the years, man. My Cleveland family is in the building. Yodosha, what's good? What it do? I see you. Juju, what it do? What it do? Joel Armstrong, what it do? What it do? What it do? Thurman, what's good with you? Gullah, what's up with you? Ras African, what's up with you? Taj, what it do? So we got a good interview tonight, man. It's a good one. The answers will be surprising. And man, just sit back and get educated, man, because you know how we like to do it around here, man. We like to go ahead and get them things right and make sure everything we doing is super tight. And that's what it's gonna be about today, man. It is gonna be about that. Juju, I see you. What it do? What it do? What it do, Juju?
I'm just ready for the interview. Yeah, let's get it. Let's go.
As long as you live, don't ever let the force field of pseudoism suck us into it all.
Hey, already starting in the chat. Don't start now.
It sucked us into a ridiculous. It blinded us. It blinded the Dalai Lama and all that.
Nah, I'm talking about they starting in this chat. Don't start none, won't be none. Y'all better be lucky I don't rap because I'm about to bust out in a freestyle.
Bust the rhyme, Miss Tiffany. I bet you could do a line or a bar too.
I could.
I know.
You know what? I don't believe nothing y'all saying, man. Look, this is what we gonna do. Man, he deserved this right here, man. Put him right there, man. Hey, chill. What's good, man? What it do? How you doing, brother?
Talk to me, Cleveland, and everywhere else in the world where people are good. What's going on, Bobby Banger in the building, and all the people in the chat? Talk to me.
You see, we got the superstars that came in the building, yo. The sisterhood right here. You see how they came in droves. They refuse not to be around you to hear this top-notch interview, man. We in there, man. So, Sister Tiff.
Yes, sir.
Tiff. Go ahead and read that. Let's get right into this, man. Let's see who we dealing with right here, man.
I'm just gonna read a little something. The birth of Cleveland's hip hop scene. In the beginning, there were no rap stations, hip hop clubs, and definitely no rappers. Cleveland, much like other places outside of the late 70s Bronx, was breathing disco's last breath and singing sweet sounds of R&B. Hip hop singles from New York started to appear in local record stores, inspiring an unknown MC Chill and his college-age friends to form a rap group known as the Bomb Squad. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we shall begin.
Chill, man. Talk to us, man.
I like that.
Talk to us. What is that?
Hey, man, but no, that's true. I don't know where y'all got that information from, but that's legit. My first foray into hip hop, I was a member of Cleveland's first rap group. We'll say first supreme rap group that the people knew about citywide was the Bomb Squad, and a lot of people know the Bomb Squad as Chuck D, Public Enemy, and them's crew. The Bomb Squad, but this was prior to that, and even Chuck, has let it be known that that I was rocking with a crew called the Bomb Squad prior to his crew, the Bomb Squad. But yeah, that's when I first started rapping in Cleveland, locally, and we were doing our thing on the local. We were the originals in Cleveland.
That's interesting. So you definitely right there at the beginning of hip hop in Cleveland, man, and that's where we want to start this conversation. The world is torn apart, and they battling right now over who's in hip hop, who not in hip hop. Is this person hip hop, man? You had a very interesting week, and so we want to kind of get into Cleveland hip hop for a minute, man. So what was it like, man, being one of the first rappers to be signed in Cleveland? Am I right with that? Do I got that right or wrong?
Yeah, but not one of the first. The first.
I'll get it straight.
The first.
I ain't want to overstep my bounds.
But at some point, I still want to talk about Juju in Egypt and her shenanigans. But anyway, Juju, you're not gonna get away that easy without all your shenanigans. You about to start a fight at the restaurant over some cats. You walked around the circle talking about some good luck was gonna happen. I'm looking at Juju like, what you doing, sis? Anyway, let's get back to your question, Like Miss Tiffany said at the beginning, outside of New York City, everybody hears, Rappers Delight. That's like the winter of 79, somewhere around 79. And everybody outside of New York City now becomes aware of rap music. They don't know the term hip hop or the hip hop culture, but they know rap music because soon following is Curtis Blow, then maybe Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, old school cats like Spoonie G, and we see the blossoming of a musical genre. And I started getting into it, and one of the first cats on Cleveland radio with my homeboy DJ Cochise, and we started doing our thing. But to become the first signed rap artist, national rap artist in Cleveland. Nobody in Cleveland in the early times was even thinking about making a record because, no one had ever had a record before. They weren't signing cats from Cleveland. They weren't really signing cats nationally that weren't from New York. And we figured if you weren't from New York City, you couldn't get a national record deal. And so for me, to be able to get a national record deal, not just a national record deal, but a deal with a New York, iconic New York rap label, Fever Records. Fever Records is the home of the club, The Fever, in the South Bronx, where most people will attest to that hip hop was born. And and for the people who don't know The Fever, if you've ever seen the old school movie Crush Groove, most of that movie took place at The Fever, where Sheila E. met Run DMC. That was at The Fever, where the Fat Boys were trying to get into The Fever so they could get a record deal. That was The Fever in the South Bronx, known for the legendary DJ and MC Lovebug Starsky. The people know about, right, with a ball.
They don't know about that. They got Biao Ace to know about that.
But you know what? A lot of people know Starsky's name because B.I.G. shouted him out. Mr. Magic Molly Marv Lovebug Starsky. So he got a shout out from Biggie. So people know the name. But Starsky was, some people say that Starsky was one of the first cats to ever say the word hip hop. But we can get into that later. But it is an iconic South Bronx hip hop label. And so they never had anybody not from New York City, probably not many people not from the Bronx. And then to turn around and have somebody from Cleveland was something brand new for New York. So it certainly was new for Cleveland, but it was also new for New York City.
Man, I see the Fever. I see it.
I see the Fever to the break.
Yeah, and I remember that right there, right, being Starsky's album. He had that
at the
right
Fever.
there.
Live at the Fever.
Okay, all right, man, that's wild right there. That's interesting right there. So I wanna do it like this, right? And so you get to New York, right? You're in New York, all right, and let's see, what was you doing in New York? You was there to get signed or what? How did that work?
Yeah, they flew me in. I was actually in DC at a convention for my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi. My mother gave me a call. I don't know how she called me because there wasn't even cell phones back then. And she said, you need to come home to go to New York City. You got a record deal on Fever Records. And so I got my ass back home and went to New York to meet the people at the record company, to meet the people at the Fever, to meet the owner of the record company, who's also the owner of the club, The Fever, and to go to the club, The Fever, in the South Bronx. And then they showed me around Mr. Magic, the late Mr. Magic. This a lot of people know from WBLS, Mr. Magic's Rap Attack, who is the father, the creator, basically, of the rap radio format. Mr. Magic, who is the person who discovered me, quote unquote, discovered me. And he was like the biggest thing in hip hop in New York City. If Mr. Magic wasn't playing your stuff in New York, it wasn't popping. You had two choices, Mr. Magic and Cool DJ Red Alert over at KISS. And Mr. Magic pulled up on me, took me around, The people from the Fever took me around, and it was an interesting dynamic being a non-New Yorker in New York City in the mid 80s. This is during the Run DMC, heyday, the LL Cool J, the Houdini. All these rap is starting to get super big.
The Mecca.
In the Mecca.
So you're in the
And,
Mecca.
so me being in Cleveland is one thing, but me being in New York City, to a whole city of hip hop cats that never really had met cats not from New York. They might have met some East Coast, some Philly cats, but nobody that was non-East Coast. I was like a brand new alien to them.
Who the hell is that? So you're in New York, right? And my favorite picture I got to show it. Yo, what's the story behind this album cover right here? I want to show that.
All right. Well, first of all, as many legendary artists had been on Fever Records, they had never had an album before. They had never had. They all. Back in the day, they just had long play singles, 12-inch singles.
Correct.
And just a joint with one song on it, and you might had a B-side to the song, but never an album with multiple songs on it. So this was a first for Fever Records to have an album. So before that, nobody even had album covers because it was just the 12-inch with the Fever label.
Yep.
And so the record company started talking about, my first song, Bust This Rhyme, had charted Billboard Top 100. And that's before they had a rap chart. I was on there with everybody, with Whitney Houston, with New Edition, with whoever was hot. And so, when you make Billboard Top 100 as a rap artist and a non-New York rap artist, you moving some record sales and getting some plays. So they decided they wanted to actually. So since the record company had never had an album before, it was a big discussion on what we were going to do. And so I suggested the concept of the whole chill thing. I'm gonna be on the beach with my winter coat on, my gloves, and I'm gonna be chilling. And it's gonna be some women in bikinis on, like we're on the beach.
Okay.
And so, the record company, and when I say the record company, we're dealing with two different entities. We're dealing with Fever Records, which is the label, but we're dealing with Sutra Records, which is the larger parent company. The Fat Boys were on Sutra Records, an early version of Kid and Play, and they had a lot of other offshoots with that company. So they said, well, where are we going to get the ladies in bikinis from? So I said, well, Sal, who owns the club, The Fever, Sal has a bikini contest every Friday or every Saturday. Like, I've been a judge at the contest. And so he said, well, I'll let Sal hook that up. So I, do what I do. I go back home to Cleveland. I'm coming out to New York to do two things. One, to do the photo shoot for the album cover. And two, I have to go right back out because we have a show in Atlanta at the Omni. At the Atlanta Omni. I'm performing at the Atlanta Omni with the Boogie Boys, LA Dream Team, MC Shy D. Shout out to MC Shy D. That's old school Atlanta hip hop right there. And so they said, chill, you got to get in, get the album cover shot, then get back to the airport to head out to Atlanta to meet the rest of my group who went right to Atlanta. So I walk in and I see all these Puerto Rican sisters.
Oh man.
And
Puerto
I'm like,
Rican.
and I'm like, okay, well, where the sisters at? Because, all the people that I saw at the Fever were sisters, melanated.
Got you.
Sisters. But see, Sal also had another club, the Devil's Nest, which was more Latinx, was more, Puerto Rican. And so they started setting up the scene. And then who show up? The sisters. They was nice too. And it might have been about 5 or 6 sisters, Black women, African Americans, what you want to call them. How we talking about them? The sisters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Black Americans.
So they show up, and the photographer is like, nope, y'all late. We already set up. And they looking at me like, chill, come on, get us in there, hook us up. Look out for the sisters. And I'm like, yo, come on, we got to get the sisters in. Dude was like, hey, if you want to cancel the photo shoot, we can do that. I can tell the people at Suture Fever they got to pay for a whole new shoot. He said, we rocking with the people who got here on time. If you don't like that, we can cancel the whole thing. Hey, I got a call from Sal at Fever Records.
Money
He was like, chill, do that shoot, bro. And so we went on ahead and did the shoot.
Man.
And I jumped in the car, headed to the airport, and flew to Atlanta.
Do I want to believe that story? Are you sure Sal told you?
Hey, that's the story I'm going with.
Boy, I tell you, that's because you know the question I say, why the hell you got the white women on the album? Chill. You was like,
man, I heard that a lot.
I was in your garage. I was like, man, why you got the? He was like, man, first of all, they Puerto Ricans.
Right. Let's get that straight.
Let's get that straight. You got that wrong. Then you look real close. You be like, yeah, okay.
And the thing about it, I got to go back to Kent State, the home of Black History Month, where the Pan-African Studies Department, the Black Studies Department was my spot. I was raised in the Black Studies Department at Kent State University, and you've been there at Kent.
Big up
at the Black Studies Department.
Yeah, I've been there. They talked to me. I was like, is he a little pseudo? Let me stop.
Hey, but we have a whole history at Kent State University.
We had a good conversation. Who the hell was I talking to? Oh, it was the photographer.
Okay, don't even use, man. You was about to make me have to, man. I want to smack the hell out the photographer. I ain't gonna bring up the photographer. And you was on the photographer side too, and we was having a problem. That's a different story. But at Kent State, we still heavy into the Black movement and the Black Power movement. At Kent State, one of the first Black Studies departments in America. Other places claim or have been stated to be the first, but we can argue with them at Kent State to say that we had the first Black Studies department, and with a big history behind it. Students, every Black student walked off the campus in 1968, demanding that they have a Black Studies department, and they also said we're not coming back unless we can select the chairman of the department, because we don't trust the university to give us the type of brother that we need. So that's the kind of background I come from. So I really couldn't come back to Kent State like that with a album cover with a bunch of white women on it. But hey man, we got the Puerto Ricans. That's how it went down.
So now that puts us in a real interesting position right here.
We going right to that?
Let me see. Where we at, man? We 38 minutes into it.
Wow.
Yeah, we. So no, okay. We ain't got to get right there. We don't got to go right there. So all right, you did your first album, okay? Bang it. How did Cleveland? How did they accept you? What was that?
Well,
what was that like for you?
When the first song came out, Busta's Rhyme, and like I said, it charted Billboard. That's how you know that you have a national hit. But in Cleveland, it didn't matter what was happening nationally. In Cleveland, they knew for the very first time that they had a hip hop artist, a rap artist from Cleveland. Because we listening to Run DMC, we listening to LL Cool J, we listening to Houdini, and we listening to UTFO, and now we have somebody from Cleveland that they listening to on Cleveland radio. They don't really care that if it's playing somewhere else in the country.
Of course not.
But in Cleveland, you got to remember, this is before Bone Thugs and Harmony. This is before Machine Gun Kelly, before Kid Cudi. But anybody else that came from Cleveland, we had never had a rap artist locally with their songs being played on the radio. So it was interesting to be the first one from Cleveland to receive that recognition. So, like I said, first song came out, Busta's Rhyme. Then I followed up with MC Story, which, by the way, I do a collab on MC Story with Grandmaster Melly Mel. Everybody knows Melly Mel from The Message, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how to keep from going under. Male collabs
Broken glass everywhere.
everywhere.
Mhm.
Male collabs on my song.
Mm.
So my second song has me, and they collabs weren't a big thing back then
Okay.
either. And so for me to have one of the pioneers on the song with me was super cool. So, you know, that was an experience that I knew that I would have forever, to collab with one of the founders, one of the first MCs that there ever was, collabing with me on that song was cool. And so the people in New York kind of dug that too. They said, "Oh, Chill rocking with Mel like that." So okay, we giving them a little bit more props. And but no, in Cleveland, man, it was crazy. Bunch of crazy stories. But I'll let you know though, when I
Let me
knew.
get one.
Okay, but let me tell you this. This one I knew I had made it in New York.
Okay.
I went to the Latin Quarter.
Okay. Familiar with that.
That was the hip hop club in New York
Absolutely.
at the time.
Mhm.
And the manager, brother named Paradise. People know him now from X Clan. They call him Paradise the Architect. He was the manager at the Latin Quarter. And so Sal brought me up there, and he was like, "Yo, you MC Chill, son?" And I was like, yeah. He was like, "Wait a minute. I've been having a brother coming here for like 4 weeks, for like a whole month, saying he was MC Chill that made Busta's rhyme. We've been letting him in, we've been comping, we've been giving him drinks.
Oh man.
He didn't women, you know, and I'm like, okay, hold on, let me get this straight. We got a guy, because at first people just assume that I was from the Bronx because I'm on Fever Records.
Right.
And because when it first came out, it wasn't the album came out, it was the 12-inch single. So it was no photo.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was easy for somebody to assume that
Your
I was
identity.
from New York. So because I'm on Fever Records, they can't imagine somebody not from New York on Fever Records, much less somebody from Cleveland. So it was a dude up there. It was a fake MC Chill at the Latin Quarter, getting love in the club, getting free drinks, had women.
Oh man, took some of your shine, boy.
But I pulled up on him.
Oh, did you? What did he say? That was interesting.
He came through, and they said, "Oh, he gonna be here tonight, Chill." And so my manager was with me, and you know, we from Cleveland. We rolled up on him. He wanted to get a little spicy.
Did he? Trying to say what? He was acting like he was.
First, he was trying to stick with the story but he knew that the jig was up.
Right.
And you know, and then he tried to, you know, get a little spicy.
Try to go to New York.
Yeah, well, what's it gonna be, son? Like, you know, so
what?
Yeah, so we you know, we all I'm gonna say is we handled the situation, and dude left. But I knew that if I had people in New York City claiming to be me, then I must have some motion going on.
Yeah, that's real.
In the Big Apple.
Yeah, that's real. Man, that's an interesting story right there, man. Somebody acting like you
in New York,
getting love, getting free drinks, and the women.
Love in the club.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you doing your thing. All right. And you jamming, obviously, man. I heard the song. I like the song. I like the album, man. You know what I mean? You know it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's all over. And I'm doing songs all over. So I'm not just doing songs in Cleveland and New York. I'm doing songs. I'm doing shows in Philly. I'm doing shows in Atlanta. I'm doing shows in St. Louis. So I'm out doing shows. I'm doing shows with other cats. I'm doing shows with UTFO, Dana Dane. I done did shows with Run DMC. So I'm out here doing shows.
You're in the streets.
You know, in all up and down the United States. So that was another thing. But yeah, but another thing about New York, because they had never really seen a cat from anywhere west of New York or Philly.
Yeah, they're the only ones can rap. They think they're the only ones can rap.
Everywhere I went, anytime I'm in New York, they talking about I talk funny, I sound country. And you know, they thought however I was speaking and however it sounded, you know, New York cats think that anybody that doesn't sound like them sounds funny.
Oh, yeah. Period, man. They got the toughest city in their mind, yo. I was in the Marines, and yeah, with New York dudes, and there's always this thing that you're going to have to deal with. They always New York, and I'm Baltimore. Yeah, so I get it.
But I broke that mold. So I took those arrows. For everybody else that wasn't from New York,
Mhm.
I was the guinea pig. They say the pioneers are the ones with the arrows in their backs. So I was the one.
Boy, don't we know?
I was the one that went out there and let the people know, hey, everybody don't have to sound like y'all to be in the game. So they got used to it, and then you start seeing everybody else kind of. New York realized, everybody else could, get the basketball too.
Mm. So I met you. You was on the radio station. All right. Had your little show. So you still making music?
Occasionally, next year will be the 40th anniversary of me getting my record deal. So we got a whole year's worth of stuff planned. We doing some new music. We getting some guest collabs. We might do a street naming. We might have
get that street name.
Some fire eaters, people getting shot out of cannons, a lion tamer. It's going down next year in the land. So, Unc, you got to be there for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. Yep, be right there. That sound good. I'm enjoy that, man. You always treat me good when I'm out there. I'm gonna come out there and see what's happening with it, man. Okay. All right. So hip hop take you to being a journalist, man. That's deep. That's a good trend. Writing rhymes and writing newspaper articles, man. How did hip hop help you transition to being a top-notch journalist and a writer?
Oh, it was definitely a transition from hip hop. I mean, I'm a lifetime journalist now. I wrote for Ohio's oldest black newspaper, the Call and Post newspaper, for over 25 years. The Call and Post was started by Garrett Morgan, the brother who invented the original traffic signal and the gas mask.
Mm-hmm.
He founded our newspaper. And our newspaper was eventually purchased by my man Don King, the boxing promoter.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Don King.
Yeah,
what about Don King?
So Mr. King bought the paper in 99. I had started working there in 93. So I was already there when he bought the paper. And what he brought to us, he originally said, hey, I'm not a newspaper publisher, I'm a boxing promoter. I'm gonna give you the equipment that you need. I'm gonna put you in a brand new building. I'm gonna get you the people that's gonna run it, and I'm gonna let y'all do your thing. And for the most part, that's what he did. So he wasn't going around telling us what to write. We did our own thing. We had some new equipment, a new building. He got us in a new building, and so big ups to Mr. King. He gave me my first real full-time job, because I was working part-time before Don King bought the paper. But it wasn't like he was walking around, saying big words and telling us what to write. But he was the owner, and still I don't work there now, but he continues to be the owner. But from hip-hop to journalism, I was in New York City at New Music Seminar and the World Supremacy rap battle, and I met the owner of the publisher of the then brand new Source magazine. And always being a Cleveland representative, I was really on him about, hey, how come you don't have any no Cleveland stuff in there? And he was like, well, does Cleveland have stuff to write about? Can people in Cleveland write articles? And I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. And he was like, well, send me something and we'll see if it's good. Now, I wasn't suggesting that I was going to write the stories.
Right.
I was just saying, we need some rep.
Correct.
Right. Mm-hmm. But, I'm like, hey, I'm a college student. I done wrote term papers. I can write a story. Mm-hmm. So I went home, wrote a story, and this is how crazy it was. I wrote it handwritten in pencil in the paper that you tear off and it leave all the broken things. And I faxed that, a handwritten story in pencil.
Wow.
And dude called me. He said, yo, I like the story. Do you want to write for us every month? And I said, yeah. He said, but yeah, can you get a computer though? Like, don't send me anything handwritten no more.
Over the fax.
Over the fax.
The sticky paper on the back. Well, you funny, yo.
So
the blue background, and oh wow, you funny.
So I sent him. So for like 3-4 years, I was the contributing journalist for Source magazine. And then once I started writing for Source, other people started asking me to write stuff for them. I went from being somebody who was just doing rap stories to regular news stories to somebody got killed, there's a body under the bridge, or I covered a play or a brand new movie. And then the next thing you know, I'm a full out journalist, award-winning journalist. And I just got through being the president of the Black Journalists Association here in Cleveland, having our national convention this year in Chicago next month. But next year it'll be in Cleveland, right on time for my 40th anniversary. So I went from just straight up hip hop writer to a newspaper and print media journalist.
So I heard you was a screenwriter. What about that, Joe?
Yeah, I do have one of my former co-workers at the Call and Post wrote a book. And while we were at the Call and Post 13 years ago, and I said, well, you know what, if you finish the book and you get it out, I want to get the first shot at writing the screenplay. That was 13 years ago. I finished writing. It didn't take me 13 years, but circumstances led, and I had written screenplays before, write film scripts, but this one, got some looks, and we contacted a filmmaker, director who was the cinematographer Eddie Murphy's Coming to America 2, a couple of episodes of Empire, a bunch of episodes of Power. He got the screenplay. He called me back. He said, "Chill, I dig it. I want to make the movie." And so now we're in the process of getting that done. So also look for a movie. And we will probably be shooting in Cleveland, in Atlanta, and maybe in Chicago for the film. So keep an ear out on that one.
Yeah, we're gonna keep an ear on that one, man. So, this is what we really want to talk about, Joe. You already know.
Okay.
I can't let you off the hook no longer, man.
Let's do it.
Where LaDocia at? Hey, LaDocia, where's you at? I know you somewhere around here chilling, man. We want to make sure we get an interview with LaDocia, man. She put us in that documentary. She gave me
my BF
32 seconds. How many seconds? What I got? 2 seconds. How long you getting that daggone documentary?
Hey,
cost more money to get me down there, boy.
All I know, I support LaDocia, everything she does. She got a library in Africa. She got her own hair care products. Yeah, man, LaDocia is the business.
A beautiful shop, top level. Man, it took us 2 days to shoot that. How long did it take us to do that, man?
I don't know. It took a minute, days. But we got a chance to hang out.
Yeah, we got a chance to really get into the nuts and bolts of everything, man. It was enjoyable, man. And one day I might show that. I might ask her, can I play that and watch my starring role, watch your starring point. Whatever happened to the pseudo that was in there? What are we supposed to deal with? We never got a chance to deal with that pseudo. I can't think of the new Wappy.
Yeah, the dude that was talking about the 9 ether hair coils. Was that it?
Yeah, how did we
I don't know nothing about that one. Now, that's what they brought you in there to get him.
To get him, and then somebody must have call off the hit. Let me stop. So, all right, man, listen. From your perspective, from Cleveland, right? We're in this wild discussion over hip-hop, African-American culture, Puerto Rican culture, Jamaican culture, and Asar say is what Asar say?
My man, Asar Imhotep. I got some Asar books around here. Shout out to brother Asar.
What did he say? He said it was what? He said it was where?
I think Asar said somebody started in New Orleans or Congo Square. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna let Asar handle that one.
In the Congo. I think he said it was in the Congo. Let me stop. Chalupa.
All right. Hey, that's my man. Asar, that's my man. So I was gonna wear my I'm a Rock Squad hoodie today, but y'all been acting up, man.
What? We ain't acting up, man.
Y'all been acting up, man.
We having fun.
I see everybody together. Y'all get together, and then y'all have a song like, oh, they back. And then,
we ain't going away. We ain't back. It's like the new edition, yo. You be thinking they be back and all that, and you get there and you like, nah, and then you still doing that bullshit. We ain't gonna But we good though. I think we can have good conversations. I don't. Me and Smash can have a good conversation because there's some things that we probably could never work out. But that ain't for now. I want to talk about you right now, man. From where you sit, from your understanding, from your limited understanding, from Cleveland, man. When we talk about the origins of hip hop, is it multicultural? Is it heavy laden African American with other people coming in? You know, based off what you understand, aside from the album cover to make it seem like
Is that what it make it seem like?
What do you think in your mind? You hear the conversations, Karis One, Lord Jamal, and them. I know I have my opinion as a fan because the fans was without fans, you ain't got hip hop neither. So for me, you know, hearing that, what I understand the first rap song to be, that the song that reached everybody, that first one where everybody, you know, rap is delight, Sugar Hill Gang, right? I will say that's the first song, right, that a fan could appreciate around the world. That's what I'm saying. Now I know, of course, there's, you know, like racism, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere, right? There had to be a trail to get there. I understand that. So to get that album out, it had to be a trail to get there. So what do you think that trail was composed of? What are you thinking?
Well, first of all, the way you framed it, the way you framed that song, "Rapper's Delight" by Sugar Hill Gang, you would be correct in the way you framed it. Now, some purists would say that the first actual recorded rap song national would be King Tim III's song "Personality Jock." It was put out by the Gap Band, but certainly most people recognize, and you can go look it up. "Personality Jock" by King Tim III technically is the first national rap record put out. Excuse me, by the Fatback Band, and so anybody can go check that out. But you know, and I teach hip hop history at Case Western Reserve University during a summer program, and we're just finishing up. Tomorrow is our last day. But you know, in the history, you know, everybody has a history, and like I've been talking to you back and forth, you know, and we keep referring to rap music and the first rap song, but the discussion technically isn't about rap songs. It's about hip hop, and hip hop is something different, something larger than just rap. Rap is a part of hip hop. And people like you will hear Karis One referring to hip hop as a culture. Now we can parse back and forth about, you know, the term culture and what we mean by culture, but we can say a way of life, and we're talking about hip hop. They normally break it down into 4 elements. This is the 4 fundamental. Some people say 5 elements. Some people say 8, 9, 10 elements. But initially, and this is again, I want New York people coming for me, because I will defer to the OGs in New York City on the history. But the canon, the canon of hip hop, they talk about, they make it the initial 4 elements of breakdancing, which they call b-boying, rapping, which they refer to as emceeing, graffiti or aerosol art, writing, tagging, all the same thing. And what did I miss?
Shoot, you said graffiti, you said the dance part of it, graffiti, the dance part of it, the clothes, right?
And rapping.
Right.
Oh no, excuse me. Where it starts, the DJ, turntablism, the DJing, which probably should be the first element. So, and they even have, you know, the whole story behind it. Hip hop, you know, we just got through celebrating what they were calling 50 years of hip hop. So they have a founding date, April 11th, 1973. They have a borough in New York, the South Bronx. They have a street and an address, 1520 Sedgwick Avenue. And the story is that DJ Kool Herc, a Jamaican-born brother, gave what they would term later to become the first hip hop party at 1520 Sedgwick Avenue. DJ Kool Herc named Clive Campbell, and he gave a party, a back to school party for his little sister Cindy. That is what has come to be known as the first hip hop party. Now, people can argue about that. You know, if some people even just want to dispute did it start in the Bronx? People in Brooklyn got something to say. People in Harlem had something to say. But as a genre, as an institution, we have coalesced around that story that the South Bronx indeed is the home of hip hop. And Kool Herc, I got a picture of myself and DJ Kool Herc. The Kool Herc is widely held as the founding father of hip hop in the South Bronx. So I don't know who wants to dispute that, not me.
No, as a fan, give a damn about none of that. It's the music that made the thing go global. And for me, the music is tied heavy latent to the culture. What cultures we talking about? We talking Black Americans, African Americans. That the element that made the money, the bread, right? The thing that made it make you interested in the tagging, interested in the dance that goes with it, interested in any of that is them damn MCs, people like you, Chill. You know, I'm saying, 1979. Y'all know where I was at. I was in the car, right? The damn song was 15 minutes long. That was the thing that was amazing. When I heard the song, I wasn't thinking about breakdancing. None of that. That was later on the linoleum and all that. And we started to do the dancing and all that. You go to the club. It was the music, right, that went international. And it's the music that ties it to African-American culture. Blues. You know, I talked about that, blues. Okay. Rock and roll. Rock music. You know, all these things are tied to Black culture, right? Tie that back to West African culture, right? So for me, the thread, the underlying foundation of what we call hip hop, right? The element, the number one element for me is because without the music, we wouldn't give a damn. It'd just be another dance crazy, went out of style. The clothes come and go, right? Polo and all. It's the way you wear the clothes is what make it hip hop. You know, the way the youngsters put, don the gear, how they do what they do, how they talk. I get all that. But it's that damn music that made the world interested in that. And so for me, I cannot give the music to nobody but African-American culture. Now, I know you got the breaks in the music. Let's talk about that. What do you mean when I say, well, it's Black American music, right? Now, what about hip-hop? What about them breaks? What exactly are you talking about, man?
All right, well, nobody in their right mind, not me for sure, would say this is not African-American music, part of African-American culture. But we do got to unpack some of the things that you said.
Let's do that.
You jumped right out talking about it was the music that went global when everybody hear it. But you got to know, even just in the rap part, and I will continue to maintain that hip hop was more than just the rap element of it. Mm-hmm. But even in the rap element of it, before it ever went global, before Sugar Hill Gang made Rappers Delight, there were rappers and MCs putting in work long before the Sugar Hill Gang made that. So you had to work your way up. Okay. As a matter of fact, it's a famous story, and everybody should know this, that even the Sugar Hill Gang on Rappers Delight, the lyrics that Big Bank Hank says are lyrics from a word for word pioneering MCs, Grandmaster Caz, my man Casanova Fly, who put in major work before there was ever a record. So we can't just start when it becomes global, because there was a lot of people on the ground floor putting in work to what would become that big global phenomena. And you can't really talk about the rapping part of it without the DJ. Because without the DJ, we don't have the rappers. We don't have the MCs. Without the DJs giving that opportunity and that microphone to the MCs and letting cats rock off them break beats, where the dancers danced off the break beats. You know, rappers didn't have bands back then.
No
you
big
know,
bands.
no. So, you know, it was definitely like the rose that came from concrete. We made something out of nothing. Our band was 2 turntables and a microphone. And that, you know, the DJ was the, if you want to take it back to African culture, the DJ, for the most part, was the drummer. That's where the music came from. You know, the people in the village not dancing without the drum.
Absolutely,
you know, that's
not.
the heartbeat. That's the heartbeat of what became the focal point of hip hop. And again, I'll remind anybody, this is my interpretation. You know, I will defer always to the OGs that created this art form in New York and in the South Bronx. But, you know, without everybody coalescing around the DJ, and now, you know, the DJ started this thing. And like we said even when I started, the DJ was the chief rocker. You know, that's who got paid. That's who people hired. That's who brought the people out to the parties, to the parks, to the clubs. The DJ, not the cats on the microphone. It was the DJ that, but see, you couldn't monetize that like they could the rappers, that spoken word, the record. Now that's not anything that's new with Black music. That it has been able to be monetized for the masses. And you started off saying, is it multicultural? It is currently multicultural. Because once you let that genie out the bottle, you couldn't get the smoke back in. But it started as a young Black art form. Now the question at hand that Chaos One has brought up, and he's not the first one to bring it up, but that's what kicked it back off again, was the influence of Puerto Ricans in the art form. Is that where all
that's where the smoke, that's where the smoke is. That's where
all the ruckus is at right now.
That's where the ruckus is. But I understand hunter-gatherer tribes and clans, and I always look at everything from that because that's like the framework for me. So it's not unusual for people not being directly ethnically tied, right, to be a part of a cultural revolution. It just makes sense. So I don't have an issue with any roles that the Puerto Ricans, right, have in this art form that's global, this beautiful art form made by the youth, you know, making something out of nothing, like you said. That's important. It was actually a form that was trying to, you know, fight social injustices against the poor people, to get out of gang violence. You know what I'm saying? To push away from that, to find something else to do. Let's go paint a daggone car. Let's go dance. Let's make some music. Let's have a good time instead of being wild out there. And I thought that, you know, just the humble beginnings of hip hop, man, that's strong right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
I saw Grandmaster Caz other day, and they brought this question to him, and he said, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the pioneers, the founders of this movement of hip hop. And when Caz says the pioneers of hip hop, he's not talking about just rap records like you are. When somebody like Grandmaster Caz is talking about the formation and the founding and the pioneering efforts of hip hop, he's talking about as a culture, not just the rappers. And he says it is undisputably created by Black people. But then I see another interview with Caz that may be about 10 years earlier, and he's talking about his very first DJ partner. When Caz says the very first, we going back. We going way back into hip hop, way before anybody ever heard a record. He's saying that DJ Wiz kid. DJ Wiz was not one of his first DJ partner, who was definitely Puerto Rican. And we want to look back at the place, at the South Bronx, if we're going to look at it as the birthplace. From 1970 to 1975, for the first time in the history of New York City, a New York City borough was predominantly non-white. It was predominantly Black and Puerto Rican for the first time in the history of the city. Chill, cite your sources. Okay, the U.S. Census is my source. All right, so so you have Black and brown people all together in the Bronx at the time when this movement is taking place. Again, yes, undoubtedly, this was an art form founded, created, conceived by Black people, by Black youth. But not long after that, and again, this is
I'm
me.
about to say what's the but.
But not
What's
long
I hate
after
a
that,
but. I hate a but.
you got the rest of the community of the Bronx joining in. Did they start it? No. But they was right behind, especially if you're talking about like aerosol artists and b-boys. They, again, I will defer from people from New York, but and it also depends on when we start talking about the founding and the pioneers, we got to really parse what we talking about. Are we talking about like the first 2 years? Because to me and you, anybody that was doing it before 1979, before we ever heard about it, could be considered a pioneer. But to somebody who was there in 1973, if you was doing it in 1976, they might not consider you a pioneer. So you
basically saying they ain't got it all together for real. Like there's shady areas on this, people going back and forth. That's why I say for me the music, and I know they want to add the elements, man, but don't nobody give a damn about that. Because in the world we live in, no. Hear me. No, hear what I'm saying. You gotta catch this one. Come on. Money talking bullshit walk. You should ask yourself this question. Could you take the dance and galvanize the whole world and come under the banner of something just with one dance and stop? Would that be possible? Would it be like ballet, right? Would it be like this or that? What would that have been? What if that have looked like? Would it went around the world? Would people put their money into it? Because you need people to invest in that and send it around the world. Well, we know it's in we know it's in the Olympics now, right? Look how long that took, right? Okay, how about the way they dress? That's one of the elements, right? Let's name the elements.
I already named I named the basic 4 elements.
Suppose you just had some beats. You send the beats out without have been sitting there in the car, 1979, and hearing just the skirt, would I be like, oh man, maybe not.
But you're asking the wrong question, though, huh? I can't
ask a question. I can't. Let me finish my question. I ain't answering.
Go ahead.
I'm adding too. I'm not.
Okay, go ahead. Rock it.
I'm not. I'm saying I don't know if the beats put together would have been enough to hold me. I'm just telling you. I'm just my personal experience as a fan. Right? You gotta include the fan. Maybe what we saying is worth 30%. Give us 30% because the money is collectively, the money means something. So 30%. Don't listen to us for the rest of it. So was it I danced. We had a little dance group and everybody, the Pop Boys. I remember I was in it. I was the Pop Boys. Yeah, all that. Yeah, I was hitting all that. Yeah, the whole thing. You know, Kano.
Right.
Yeah, I was doing that. Okay. Did that. Trust me, we was the best at what we was doing. Okay. All right.
To see that, but go ahead.
That wouldn't have been enough. I'm not sure because we got tired of that. Trying to spin around on your back and all that. That was fun. I went to the Baltimore School for Arts. It was fun. I think the music. I think the MC. Right? We had DJs before hip hop, bro. We can't act like there was not. There was actually people playing music before that. We can agree to that. There should be no dispute. But that thing, yo, to hear them voices, bro, do it in a way that we never heard before. You know what I'm saying? Like we never heard. She's heard stories and sees her fables that I'm vicious on the mic and the turntable. This young reporter, I dare the door, tried rocking like this rhyme like I never did before. I say, damn, fly guy, I'm in love with you. The Casanova legend must be true. By the way, baby, what's your name? Say, I go by the name Alois Lane. Nah, yo, it was that right there, yo, that captivated me as a fan. And I'm saying, yo, I think that's the key element. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, but even in the lyrics that you just got through saying, that you heard in 1979, the Casanova legend must have been true.
True.
Those are lyrics by Grandmaster Caz, Casanova Fly, before there was a such thing as the song that you heard. So my point is,
I'm done.
Yeah, Cats is slam dunking. Now you may not want to count the peach basket that they throw in the baskets in, that the peach basket didn't bring in any money. You know, when they invented basketball, they didn't have nets and rims. They were shooting it in a peach basket. You remember that, right?
Care about that.
You heard about that, right?
Heard about it. Don't care.
Okay, but guess what?
Dr. J and them came to be.
Without the peach basket, you don't have Dr. J and them dunking. All right, you naming a rap song where the guy in there is saying lyrics. Saying the dude's name in the lyrics.
So is he Puerto Rican? Is the guy Puerto Rican?
No, Grandmaster Caz, no.
Yeah.
But my point is, you talking about something that went global off of what you heard, but those lyrics had a direct predecessor before you ever heard them, before it went global. So it's the same thing. It's not different from the DJ. Without were they DJs before hip hop? Yes, but they wasn't scratching records, spinning them around, separating the break beats, giving MCs a chance to get on the mic and rock. That wasn't happening with regular DJs. It was that whole DJ out in the park scenario that created an entire movement. Yes, the rap portion of it is more sellable. You know, you are obviously recognizing that that's the money-making part today, but that's not where it started. You're talking about a song that came out in 1979 to a genre that they're dating back to 1973. So what was happening all those years? The formation. Now you might not care right now.
Yeah, nobody asks.
But it's the formation of a movement. To say. But see,
I agree.
You want to go back to West Africa, but that's like saying,
nobody cared.
I don't care about that.
Nobody care about that.
All I know right now.
That's all I know right now. Yeah. Okay, you got me. I want to let the ladies join in.
My man Sammy is jamming right now, making $1 million. But my man from the tribe in West Africa, don't nobody care about the drummer that was in the middle of the town playing them beats.
I mean, we love them, yo, because we study history. We love them, yo. But yeah, we the hip, the hop. You know, what about? Let me stop. Let the ladies join in.
Thank you.
Y'all got. I'm done. Y'all
Thank you.
have
I'm like, dang, can we get in?
You should have just jumped in. My fault.
I got 2 questions. Sorry.
Serious as cancer.
Tiffany,
like the average dance. Let me stop.
All right. So you mentioned some New York rap. I'm trying to see if you know if these people that I know you. Now you mentioned Grandmaster Caz, who's also a Cold Crush brother, correct?
Cold Crush, that's right.
So you know the Cold Crush brothers.
I know Caz. I don't know him like we not buddies, but I've met him.
Have you met Easy AD? You met AD, Easy AD?
Easy AD, no, but those are historical names.
I know AD. I'm trying to get in touch with him. What else?
Well, I definitely know who he is. I mean, you naming Cold Crush brothers.
Yeah,
Prince Whipper Whip, who is Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Whipper Whip. Matter of fact, in his songs, he's yelling out Puerto Rico.
Oh,
you know that part.
Yeah, Puerto Rico.
You did all right how you laid it out. Have you heard of Grandmaster DST?
Grandmaster DST changed the Grand Mixer DST.
Mm-hmm.
One of the cats that we first heard on record with that Herbie Hancock.
Herbie Hancock,
With
yeah.
that Herbie Hancock, you
Yep.
can't know hip hop without knowing that. But he's a DJ, so he ain't rapping. So if we was going with just what Unc was talking about, we wouldn't care about Grand Mixer, Grandmaster DST, and what he was doing with Herbie Hancock.
They created the music. I just got off the phone with DJ Barry B from the Get Fresh
from
crew.
the Get Fresh crew, Chill Will and Barry B.
I'm like Barry, I got to get you on. He was like, no, who you really want is a friend of mine who likes to talk a lot. DST, and so he was giving me a little quick rundown on that. So I just wanted to know if you knew
legendary. But who I do know, I go back to. I've had a chance to hang out with Grand Wizard Theodore, who is credited with being the inventor of the record scratch of the chick chick chick. Okay, which is which is 100%. I don't care how many people you told me DJ before hip hop, wasn't none of them scratching on the record. That is 100% a hip hop creation of the hip hop genre, is record scratching, the needle scratch, the needle drop, the merry-go-round. That's all hip hop influence to the hip hop art form of DJs, of which they officially refer to as turntablism.
And my last point, I'm gonna let the other ladies have it. Oh goodness, LA Sunshine, Treacherous 3,
LA Sunshine,
another friend of mine,
Mo D, Special K.
Mo D, I've met him on Raheem of the Furious 5. So I'm working on that. I'm working behind the scenes.
Okay, well, Raheem, we already know that I did a song with Melly Mel. So yeah, but I performed with which, and it's funny because you know the Grandmaster and Flash Furious 5 broke up. Then they added Flash added some cats, Mel had some cats, but I performed when they brought them all together, and I was calling them Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 9. It was like a million of them on the stage.
I bet
together.
It was.
And so I had the opportunity to be on the stage, share the stage, a performance stage with them when they first brought all of the members and the extra members back together. So yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you.
You know the G's.
Yes, I do. I tend to know the G's.
That was hard. That was hard. What up, Chill?
Juju, when you was walking around in that circle, Juju was walking around that circle.
Get you, sis. Let me out.
I was like, Juju, why you? I done sat and watched him walk around that circle 3 times and never got in the circle. I'm like, Juju, you really go get in that circle and walk around 7 times thinking you go get some luck in Egypt? Yeah, so yeah, Juju, but yo, I will tell everybody, man, it was so cool to be in Egypt. Man, Juju is the bomb. She's super dope. And she made my day every single day in Egypt. So, and we going back in December. I don't know if Juju.
I'm trying to go back in December.
So anybody want to go back to Egypt with us in December, we going. But that's another show.
That's another show. So unfortunately, like this all is very new to me. I don't think I've ever engaged you on your hip hop past because I know you as a professional and a very good one, right? One that I actually admire and look to mimic because you're good in your craft for sure. But this was very eye-opening. Though I have seen some of those pictures, like that pictures with you and the ladies, I think I've seen that red shirt before. And some other pictures, you already know I was all up in y'all. The shit's what, you know, I was with the Noops, you feel me? It was cool. But I love so I love that it's a different story. Like you came from two parent family, right? You went to college. You did some hip hop, right? And you were successful. You feel me? But you also, you know, made a career, and it wasn't from dysfunction and this street, not so much street, but this the crime culture, you know, the kill death culture. So I think that's refreshing to show people that, you know, and this may not be for everybody, but hip hop ain't that. It may be some participants who come from hard lives, but that didn't define everybody in the game. So I'm glad you're a representative for, you know, someone who's got a college degree, who has a great profession, but participated in that cultural legacy also. That's my
Right.
first point.
Okay.
You
Go
want to
ahead.
respond to anything of
Well,
that?
yeah, just
Yeah,
real
go ahead.
quick,
Go ahead.
because I don't expect, for one thing, because I'm a mid 80s. They call that the golden era, the golden age of hip hop.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm in there with Run DMC, LL, Houdini, those cats. Not the founders, not like
Right.
the Treacherous Three, or she just shouted out the Cold Crush Brothers, but
Yeah.
that next wave prior to what they would come to term as gangster rap. So I wasn't I wasn't in that era, but I will tell you this: everything has a purpose, and you cannot expect rappers or MCs to rap about subjects that they don't know anything about. You can't expect non-conscious rappers to have conscious raps. And you know, like from NWA, we called them gangster rappers, but we got a chance, the world got a chance to find out what was happening in the streets of LA. They got a
Right.
chance to find out what was happening to young black kids and their dealings with the police.
Mhm.
So we got a chance to find out what was going on in another part of the country uh, from people in that community. So did I need at that time Easy E and Ice Cube to be telling me about social, political things in Africa? No, I did not, because they know nothing about that.
I
But
got you.
they did know that the police was beating their ass
Of
in
course.
LA. And so that's the information that we got for them. And it was important at that time to get that message.
Yeah. I wasn't really paralleling that to them because I know that they were actually, you know, they were involved in the community. You feel me? They were more than just what you saw, you know, on the TV screen as far as NWA. Though controversial, it was controversial for a reason, but more or less paralleling like how you all were to what it was now. And that's leading into my question. Um, Also, I like how you talked about the somewhat the cultural fabric of hip hop. I loved how you explained that because I think we like to, you know, take it apart and just rely or just point out people, individuals, instead of, you know, dealing with the culture, you know, in its entirety. And by that you forget, you know, some of the, how shall I say, um boy, I be getting fog brain, but you forget some of the inspiration for what we call hip hop, which I feel is lost. So my question is actually from Herbert Goss. I asked him to use this question because I think it's something I actually wanted to know. But how would you measure today's hip hop from the old school, how it has evolved?
Man, evolved is a good word, because when hip hop started, and I know we like to think that when hip hop started, everybody was conscious, and we, you know, Public Enemy didn't start hip hop. So when hip hop started, it was literally talking about, I rap better than you, I got clothes better than you, I got a great big car, I got a
Mhm.
whole bunch of money, of stuff that most of them brothers did not have. But it was a boasting session of verbal skills to be able to brag and talk about who can do this thing called rap better.
Right.
Then it changed to, like, by the time Chuck D and them came in, then what they called conscious rap. Then it went to gangster rap. That the and I saw my man, I think that was Joel. He talked about Just Ice.
Hmm.
Some people say that Just Ice was the first gangster rapper. There are some people that say Philadelphia Schoolie G is the first gangster rapper. There are some people that point to Ice T 6 in the morning as one of the first gangster rap records. So
Man, Chaos One, man. What we talking about, man? Ba da da dang, ba da da dang. We knew a crack dealer by the name of Peter. Had to buck him down with a
with a
9
9mm.
Come on, man. What
remember
the
that.
stupid?
I
Yeah,
know.
I'm saying. Come on now.
But
What we talking
just
about?
think of the
Right.
dichotomy of KRS-One, the teacher talking about my philosophy, but on the other hand, he can talk about, listen to my 9mm go bang.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't have to be pigeonholed.
No.
We don't
No.
need everybody to rap the same kind of way. So your question about today, do I like everything everybody is saying? Hell no. But it's not for me to like. But I will say this: it's enough different type, and that's the point I was making. We were taking baby steps at first. It was this kind of rapper, then it was this kind of rapper, then it was this type of genre. Now it's all kinds of. If you don't like the kind of rap you're listening to, you can find what you need to hear. You can find conscious rap. You can find artistic rap. You can find country rap. You can find classical rap. You can find battle rap. It's the hip hop genre for rap music is now 10,000 miles wide, and anybody can get into a slot that they feel that they want to listen to. Now we're in a place where we can listen. We got channels. We got Rock the Bells Radio where we can listen to old school hip hop all day long. If you don't like what they're playing on the radio, if you don't like what they're playing out in the streets, go to Rock the Bells Radio and just get your old school on.
Gospel rap.
Tiffany, come off that mic. Get out of here.
Don't be rushing me, Miss Tiffany.
I'm not rushing you. Just moving the conversation along.
The
Come on,
thread.
sis.
Okay, I just want to throw some out there. Peace to the panel. First and
Cam
foremost.
up. Cam up.
Can you see me?
No.
Let me turn my camera on.
There
All right,
we
then.
go.
It's beautiful, Miss
Okay.
Tiff. There she go. Shout, I see you.
Yeah.
The cheese.
There she go.
Yeah.
Smile. Go ahead, Shawty.
Hey, peace to the panel. Peace to the panel. First and
Thank
foremost.
you for joining.
So I came kind of late, but I just want to throw this out here since I seen the topic was about hip hop. And I just want to say that, like, why is that people don't give enough credit to the South? And I'm saying this because one, the DJs who happened to live in New York, but he was originally from the South. He was from North Carolina, and that's Disco King Mario. So he was around when African Bambaataa was around, DJ Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, but he's not often brought up into the conversation because he played a pivotal role. He was, as a matter of fact, he was the one that taught African Bambaataa about, DJing or whatnot, and they used to come to his jam session whenever he had it. So why is it that he's not brought up into the conversation? Why is it that the South is not giving credit for the part that was played in as far as like the sound and the creativity? Because let's be honest, the South had brought a lot of, now when the South had migrated up to the North, they also brought a lot of creativity, a lot of sound with them. You know what I'm saying? And those sounds were used in the hip hop culture and the music. Also by the way of West Africa, but particularly in this case, we talking about the South. So I just want to know why people don't give credit to Disco King Mario.
Okay, and I want to say, Tiffany, you are 100% right. In the fabric of hip hop, Mario is definitely in there. Now the issue, he's in there, not even just talking about him from being the South. He's talked about as a predecessor or peer of DJ Kool Herc, of Clive Campbell. But just like cats like Mario get left out, it's other cats. I think it's Pete Jones, DJ Flowers. There are other cats from that era that don't get that mention, like Herc, like Bambaataa, like Flash, that are definitely part of the fabric of early hip hop. But like again, I'll let those cats in New York, because although you saying he's from the South, they know Mario in New York and they know his contributions. And for the real hip hop heads, again, we having a discussion about a DJ. and the pioneers, not rappers, not MCs.
Correct.
So, and again, I suggest to you that the DJ was the drummer, was the heartbeat of this movement. So we having a high level, like you said, high level conversation when you talk about somebody like Mario, and you are right. But the people who know, who do that deep dive, his name comes up all the time. But in the history books, we learning about Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, and Africa Bambaataa, all DJs, by the way.
Okay, now let's talk about the MC. Now this brother, he's from New York, but he's been in Atlanta for a long time, since the 80s, and that's MC Shy-D.
I just shot. If you missed the beginning when I was on here, on my way to after I left the ill-fated photo with all the Puerto Rican women, I was saying that I was on my way to Atlanta to do a show at the Omni. Oh, y'all gonna show it again. Anyway,
album cover. First
That's
album
live
cover.
though. I like.
Can we move forward?
Chill.
So I can,
Yes, we can.
So I can attend to MC Shy-D. But I just said I went to Atlanta to do a show at the Omni, and it had myself, the Boogie Boys, LA Dream Team, and MC Shy-D. And I said a shout out to one of Atlanta's original MCs. Big ups to DJ. And not only is Shy-D an early part of that mid 80s hip hop movement, but Shy-D's voice, sound, and music is also a major component into the Chicago what's the Chicago joint? The house music. Shy-D's a big part of what became of that Chicago house music movement. So no, man, Shy-D is legendary. But I consider myself Shy-D as a peer of mine, and I had a chance to perform with Shy-D in Atlanta. So big ups to MC Shy-D.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
But see, that was my whole thing, is that I was part of that movement that was letting the rest of the world know that you didn't have to be from New York City to get accepted nationwide. And fortunately for me, like, they wasn't really playing Shy-D in They was rocking the hell out of Shy-D in the South. But New York was real funny acting with they hip hop back then. And so I was fortunate to be one of those 9 New Yorkers that got airplay on WBLS. They got airplay on KISS with Red Alert. So they got a chance to do shows at the Latin Quarter, at the Fever, at different places and clubs in New York, and got a chance to do shows in Atlanta like I did in St. Louis. But that New York is just a different animal for hip hop. See, Grandmaster Flowers. See, they bringing it up. See, again.
Read that. So what do you say about that? What do you say about that right there? What are you saying?
It says, I'm watching late. Look, y'all, hip hop, loop, and vinyls culture didn't start with rap. You had Grandmaster Flowers, hip hop straight out of disco. All right. Well, and again, and I brought up Grandmaster Flowers. Mm-hmm. when she started talking about Mario. Same thing with Pete Jones. But we can even go in New York to mixes by a dude, Shep Pettibone, that was doing early music mixes. And a lot of the early hip hop stuff not only came from funk, not only came from R&B, but you have to admit that a lot of the early hip hop came from disco. The first rap song that you heard was a disco song. The Rapper's Delight, Sugar Hill Gang was Good Times was a disco song.
Yep, Good Times. Dun, dun.
That was a disco song.
Yep, Good
Times. Still black music, but it was a disco song. So and what they're saying, right, was what I was talking about earlier, that you can parse different parts of what different people thought contributed to the foundation of hip hop. But at the end of the day, we have coalesced around a story. It's people who can say rap started with Gil Scott-Heron, who didn't even like rap music, or
Or
their
Jane Brown.
James Brown. People talk about the last poets, but you know, if you really want to get into the weeds, people can say Pigmeat Markham. You know, that's old school black people. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Oh my goodness.
People have pointed to him saying that was early rap.
How about Dolomite?
My man Rudy Ray Moore, man. Rudy Ray Moore was living in Cleveland. That was my big bro, man. I hung out with Rudy Ray Moore in Cleveland.
Okay.
Rudy Ray Moore used to write for the Call Post, huh? And,
oh yeah, what?
Yeah, way back in the day, he used to write for the Call Post. So, and people do point out to Rudy Ray Moore, but where you draw the line and what became hip hop? We done named like 5,000 people that we can give credit to.
But so, I like Dolomite though. You put some music to that, you got a hip hop song.
Say there you go.
Let me stop.
Right, but like in the chat, they're saying actually disco somewhat was the parent of hip hop. Okay, but we got the somewhat in there because a whole lot of music was the parent of hip hop. And I go with what you said on black music. Is the parent of hip hop. And I'll say this, and I said it before. We talked about hip hop as a culture, but I like Chuck D, my brother Chuck D from Public Enemy. He's known to say black people already had a culture. Hip hop can be called a subculture or a counterculture, but nevertheless, it's a culture and it's rules, it's history to it. And it's not an easy thing to solidify history when there's so many moving parts to it.
So there's rules, there's history, there's historical narrative. And so we're going to settle on Black American culture and then talk about the nuances. Is that what we at? Is that what the history? Because you teach a class on hip hop. All right.
I teach a class on hip hop history.
And I know you wouldn't be in that line, Chill. Not you.
Not at all. Never that.
You're not a pseudo.
Never that.
And I know you don't speak in absolutes neither.
That is correct. So, but I'll let the people go ahead. Go ahead. What you're saying.
Now, so what is your stamp on this conversation?
The stamp on this conversation.
What are we supposed to take from that? Is it Puerto Rican? Hey, with the Puerto Rican hill? Is it Black American culture, or is it a mix? Equally mixed, or what? What's your stamp on this conversation, bro?
The foundation of hip hop is 100% Black culture. Now, there are contributors.
Okay.
And after Black people, and we're talking about the beauty of this. This is as most movements are started by young people. And this is a movement that was started by young Black people. But there are contributors to the movement, just like there are contributors right now. I mean, you can say what you want to say about cats like Eminem, but they contribute to it. But before Eminem was a contributor, before white people were contributors, Puerto Ricans was contributing.
Facts. Okay.
To what became the larger, especially in the breakdance, the b-boy movement, and the aerosol art movement. They weren't the first. And again, of course, graffiti. I mean, you can go back to World War II. Kilroy was here. You can go back to Black people putting their hands, up and copying their hands on walls. You can go to the Medu Neter.
Not the Meta Neter.
I'm saying, I mean, if you want to go to wall art,
right? Facts.
Where you gonna stop?
Yeah.
But the style and just a dude writing his name on a wall is not hip hop graffiti. They got style and technique, and that, some people say that was really a move that was added by Fab Five Freddy, Fred Braithwaite. Who kind of slid the graffiti part into it. But I'll let people look that up. But all I'm saying is the graffiti that the hip hop cats was doing is not just write your name on the wall. The hip hop that the DJs were doing was just not cats playing records. The break dancing was just not cats dancing It is a special hip hop genre that became a much bigger global phenomena. But yes, it belongs to, started by, hopefully we can keep a hold of it, because that's hard as hell, of Black people.
Mm. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Oh man, that's his definitive answer, man. I think we accept that message right there. Chill, you didn't get yourself into trouble. The ladies would have let us know.
That's until people start clipping me up saying, "Hey, look what Chill
Right.
said with
Exactly.
and it'll just be something talking about me with the Puerto Rican ladies." But
Can I add something? Can I add
That's funny.
something? Yeah.
Puerto Rican ladies.
Yeah, we hear you. Go
Oh,
ahead,
okay.
Miss Tiffany.
What Puerto Rican ladies?
Come on.
You know Bobby.
Could this be the album cover?
I guess we still doing that.
When we doing that, it's MC Chill, and you chilling, and you in the beach, but you chilling, and you surrounded.
Oh my God.
Are you sure the hip hop one
Oh,
started
man.
with
Like
the Puerto Rican women
a little Boricua
in bathing suits? Are you positive with that? Because it looked like a start to me. Let me stop. I'm playing.
I just
Big ups to Puerto Rico.
I
Big
just
up,
wanted to
big up.
say that if you just search in Wiki and about, you know, the most popular genres of music in America were started and were rooted in Black culture. It just is what it is, Black American culture. And hip hop is no different. So
We agree.
you know, I did, you know, Anki said something earlier about it. What if there was other elements of hip hop per se that led the way?
Okay.
Would it have been the same outcome? And so let's think about breakdancing. Breakdancing has now made its way into the Olympics. I think this is the first year.
Oh wow.
So it is so yeah, I don't think that breakdancing could have led the way in terms of spreading hip hop culture to the world, but it has made it to the Olympics. And the one clip I did see, it was quite interesting how breakdancing was framed. But you know,
what did they say?
Win some, you lose some. I should have had the clip ready.
Oh,
maybe
man.
I can find it so he can play it.
Okay. That's wild.
But I will tell you this though, when you check some of the real true blue B-boys and B-girls, and those are the people that we call break dancers. And by the way, they call them break dancers because they dance to the break beats that the DJ created. They dance to the break beats. That's why they call them breakers or breaking, because they dance during the breaks or the breakdown of the song. That's where even the term comes from.
Hell, I thought because you could break something when you was doing it.
So the pop locking preceded breakdancing.
Yeah, and that's like a West Coast. That's a West Coast joint.
MJ and his brothers was all over that. So
pop lock. I forgot like the dude who invented the pop lock. His name is Campbell, because it was initially called the Campbell lock. It was called the Campbell lock because he would dance and then stop, lock, and then start again. But yeah, that's, you know, it all kind of
mime.
But mime. the point that I was saying
ain't mime white people.
What?
Hey man, ain't nobody talking about mime.
So in actuality, mime is a foundation.
No,
there y'all look. What y'all talking about?
Up, Bobby?
Put some flavor in that.
The first mime dancer was an African brother in West Africa. Okay, no, I don't know. It was an Egyptian dude.
No, wasn't it?
Hey, even in break they called the tut move. But my point was, a lot of those B-boys that are break dancers are like true blue hip hop cats. But if you're dependent on just the rappers to be holding it down, then you got to talk about cats like Little Nas X that got blood in his tennis shoes with some crazy looking outfits on.
He do too much.
So what I'm saying is, rap goes in a whole bunch, not just the part what you like, rap going a whole bunch of different directions now.
I'm just telling you.
But them B-boys hold it down. Them aerosol artists hold it down. The DJs hold it down, even though they not the rap cats.
No, I agree. I just don't remember where I was at when I seen the first painted subway car. I don't remember. Anyway, a piece. What's up?
Big up to everybody. Juju. Big up.
What's up?
It's a story. I don't know for what, but I accept the sorry. Brother Chill.
Yes.
What kind of belt you have on? A leather belt?
Oh,
because supposed to
man.
be all frazzled out, you know. Because you administered a spanking this tonight. A teaspoon of spanking.
He administered a spanking, Bobby. Guys.
I don't even like the verbiage. The verbiage
I know
sounds
you
wow.
Wait.
Talk like
It's me, Mr.
Oh,
And I know so you
no Diddy. What else could I say?
all right. No, you want to minimize it, but it was I really and truly enjoy what you said. But you black to Unc, black means something different to Unc than to you and to me.
Okay,
And,
well, first of all, black mean the same thing it mean to me as it does Unc.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Same
I'm
page.
positive.
you're sure?
Positive. I know
me-
what black means.
Me and Unc on the same page on black. I can
Yeah.
guarantee you that 100%.
Yeah,
Okay.
black. Yeah.
So black mean those Africans who came off the ship.
No, black means black is a social construct.
Yeah.
Okay.
social
We're
No,
using the
all right.
word black right now to have
All
this
right, all right,
conversation.
all right. So, my apologies. Let's not.
Me and Unc on the same page on this one 100%.
All right. Let me ask the question I want to ask you as somebody who has been in the game for 40 years. That's
What,
longer
hip-hop
than
gang?
most of the panel.
Hip-hop gang, you a rapper?
Eh?
Oh, fan.
No, him. He has been in the game
Oh,
for more than
yeah.
40 years. He said it. He
Yeah, you're
first
right, go ahead.
explained his credential, why he can speak because he has
Yes,
experience.
yes, correct. My fault, I misheard
Right.
you. Go ahead, brother.
So, as a gentleman who's been in the game for more than 40 years, was Jamaicans essential in hip hop, in the starting of hip hop?
Okay,
There
and
you
see, and I knew this was gonna come up. Okay, and you and I talked about
Here we
this.
go.
Okay, what I don't want to do is separate black people. All right, are the Jamaicans black people? Yeah, Kool Herc was definitely Jamaican. Grandmaster Flash, I believe, was from Jamaica. A
Got
lot
a
of
chance
the,
to get out of it if you want.
but it's still black. I'm not gonna separate that culture from black culture.
Brother, thank you. And I'm not separating either. I'm glad that you included. No. I am glad that you included Jamaicans and you emphasized our blackness. You killed two birds with one stone, and I appreciate you for that. Thank you very much. And I learned a
Oh
lot.
my
And I'll
goodness.
be sending this to other people. No, oh my God.
It's the style. I got it's the
My goodness. The Black American culture. It's that's
some
the
people
bottom
got the
line.
drunken master style. I got the judo, the jujitsu style. Hey, did I tell you that when we was in Egypt that Juju started a fight at the restaurant about some cats?
No, we are not diverting to Juju. You're not gonna get on Sister Juju.
Juju to start a fight at a restaurant about some cats.
Oh my God.
Okay, but
Wait a minute. First, can I tell you my experience by meeting MC Shadi? The same Shadi y'all talking about.
What happened to the black Jamaicans and the black
did.
Americans? Y'all running away from that like the flu.
real quick.
Wait a
Like
minute.
the flu.
Wait a minute.
Came and conquered and did what he did, and he left.
And running like the flu. So
Yeah,
now we're
still
gonna
want
get
no
that
smoke.
confusing on me. I'm not getting out of that part of the
Thank
conversation.
you.
That's probably the best part of that. When we say black culture, we talking about black Americans. That's the hell I'm talking about.
You had to be here in order to be influenced by the culture.
I ain't
around
talking
you.
about in Hawaii.
Black American culture.
The
I ain't talking about in Barbados.
The Jamaicans that were influential in hip hop were influential here in America as
Right.
Black Americans.
There you go.
Exactly. Like let's stop.
That's why we don't talk-
Nobody in Jamaica
Right.
started hip hop.
They would have to be in Jamaica doing
We
it.
have to be in Jamaica too.
Yeah, stop
But
it.
we
So
do know what did end up. All them
Yeah.
pirate songs.
Roman
how y'all call
Empire,
it.
British
every
Empire,
song we put out, you pirate.
ancient Egypt, America. Yeah, you had a lot of slaves here, but you never say this is Africa, goddamn. You had 53 million of us, and we brought the stoplights and the peanuts and the farming and everything. We damn near did everything, but you never hear them say
Everything.
that's African culture in America. You never say it.
All kind of stuff.
So we're not gonna start now. We're not gonna break those rules.
Elevator. We did
Hey.
it all.
Okay.
I do want
Yes,
to tell
I'm
you this though.
All right,
I
go
got to get back one more. I know they told me to stay off of Juju in Egypt.
No, you can do it, but you want
Now
to
you can get it out there. Now we
these
do we got
stories.
Okay,
first?
but I
Go
do
ahead.
want to also say that it was an interesting part because I know you sent Juju there on a mission.
On a
But
mission.
let me tell you something. Every person, and Juju did it all the time. She rolled up on people, on Egyptians, dark skin, light skin, African looking, Arab looking. She asked them, were they black? I'm talking about from the lightest light skinned ones to the blackest black skinned ones, and none of them knew what in the hell she was asking
Talking
them.
about.
Thank you.
I was like,
Wow.
Juju, just stop it.
Well, we
Like,
didn't do that show yet, did we?
No.
We haven't done it.
We're gonna
Don't-
do that show.
Don't
Hold on.
you ain't getting away, sis.
I told Juju, like, Juju, it ain't gonna work. I tried to. I already
you was
did
holding
this.
back on us, Juju.
Hold
Let
on.
me find out
Somebody in the chat, Flim Flamming.
what they said.
Sorry. This is why we gotta do what we gotta do. Visa, is that how you say it?
Hey, Black America starts in
Again,
Canada.
Black America starts in Canada and ends in Chile. You see, this is why
My man,
this is why we gotta stand
That's
on
my
our
man,
square.
though.
This is why we gotta stand on our square.
That's my man, though.
Because we gotta go through this at every angle.
Starts
It's
in
like
Canada and ends in China.
The Black United States of America.
That is
no,
funny as
Juju,
hell
you are
right
not
there.
co-signing that.
But
Nope.
Juju, did every
I'm trying
person
to
you
clarify.
asked, Juju, did every person you
Tell the
asked were they
truth.
black? They looked at you like they were having a problem understanding what you was. I don't want to speak for you though, but
Wait
I
a minute,
watched you.
only when they wanted my money. You feel me?
They
Oh
was
yeah,
black
if like
man.
you could have said, "Are you green?" They're like, "Yeah." If you know.
Do you want to
Green
buy the $5,000 rug?
Green
handmade?
sister. Oh,
Well,
that's
for the
funny.
most part, when you were asking people, they give you a sincere answer. They
didn't comprehend.
They didn't comprehend
They
what you
have
was asking them.
They start acting like they didn't know what the hell you was talking about.
No, they
right?
was
We
looking
don't-
at me crazy, like I was really speaking a foreign language, and they understand English.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like they
Huh?
understand what they have to sell, but they're
Oh,
like,
that's terrible. You glad we ain't had
Look,
that during a
look,
heated fight.
here it is. I'm Arab. You know, like people think Arab is a negative thing to Egyptians. No, it's
No.
not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's, but it doesn't mean that the indigenous culture was a race. No, that has not been a race at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's a healthy dichotomy.
Got it all messed up, don't we, sis?
But
Yeah.
I took Juju down to Aswan, down to Elephantine Island.
Oh, you did. That was
where
fun.
where the dark brothers, the brother brothers, but even they wasn't saying they were black. They were saying, "Oh, I'm your brother."
Oh no, you didn't. Y'all been
I'm
hiding the
Nubian.
information for us. Y'all been hiding.
It wasn't quite the same analogy of the way that they were interpreting the question to
Boy,
their
we been
answer.
cheating, boy.
Right.
They were comfortable to say they were African.
It was overhead
They're not gonna
cheating.
say they're
It was
black.
overhead cheating.
They're Egyptian. They're Nubian Egyptian.
Boy, them African Americans, some they Indians, the Egyptians, boy, and the Hebrews in between. How?
What you were saying?
What? Somebody got to be lying.
I forgot, girl.
But I'm gonna do a show with Juju about me and Juju in Egypt. But go ahead, get your shot D off. That's my man.
I want you to go ahead. Tell him how I almost got in a fight. Though. Tell that real quick, and I'll tell
You in Africa fighting, Juju?
Yeah, just listen to the story real quick.
Okay, Juju wasn't even the two people about to get into the fight. Ain't have nothing to do with the fight. They fighting over some cats. When you at restaurants, outdoor restaurants in Egypt, it's cats all over the place.
Right. But they're neutered, spayed, and they got their shots and everything.
What that mean? How does that help the situation?
They underneath the table, eating, they walking around you, they by your leg, you eating like, oh, what the hell is that?
So if you don't like cats, you're gonna go crazy.
So the one sister said, I'm allergic to cats. I'm gonna remove myself from the table and I'm gonna go inside. It was a beautiful location where we were having a meal at.
Outside.
So she went inside.
By the Nile.
So one sister was like, I don't know why they got all these cats around. This is crazy. They shouldn't do this. You know, this is
in America. Okay.
Like, and then Juju said, well, it's part of their culture. They have cats around. And the girl said, I don't care about the culture. I'm saying if you come to somebody's house, they don't let just they cats and animals jump all on
she
top
all
of
in the
you.
wrong. Oh man.
And then Juju said, I'm trying to tell you, sister, this is the culture, and you are, trying to cross collateralize what happens in America. And then the sister said, well, it's my opinion, and you ain't gonna tell me what my opinion. And then Juju said, well, I can't tell you your opinion if I'm trying to tell you it's the culture. And they started getting turned up.
Oh Lord.
And I was like,
In
wait a minute.
Juju, let me find out.
I'm like, first of all, ain't neither one of y'all
Shut
even the
up.
one that's allergic to the cat.
I didn't
Like,
stand up.
neither one of they about to move some furniture around.
To
They
go
done-
to jail?
She
done-
could have went inside with the other lady. Like, why are you making a big scene? Just go
Hey,
inside.
they was going back and
You mean
forth.
Joe Biden would have had to sign a paper or something?
It was getting a little loud. Security had to come over
A
there.
security?
True.
They done knocked over
It's not true.
some
Either way,
Jamaican.
I moved myself from the situation. I went and sat by the tour guide, and we swung on the swung. Then we broke it. And it was happily ever after that. Can I tell y'all my story about MC Shadi?
She
Yes.
wanna
Get
get off
hear
the
about
mic.
the
She tried
first
to
fight
start.
that happened in Egypt since
But
they
I
put
can
the
fight,
Nubians
though.
out
But I can fight. See?
over cats. Was it two black people?
I can fight.
It was two sisters? Okay, Juju. We got to do better, Juju.
Whatever.
I told you, don't send Juju over there starting no fights.
I say, Juju, that's what I said on camera.
What
We
was
was
the
on the
best
live.
thing on that trip? The best
said-
thing on the trip, me, Chill, and Charles Whitlock. Yeah.
Chuck
Yeah.
Rock.
No, Juju. I say,
Chuck
Juju,
Rock.
don't go over there and get locked up.
No segment. Can we get off of
Chill. I say, don't let her get locked up. That's what I said. I said it right on this. I say,
Oh
don't
my
let Juju go over there and get the fight.
Listen,
Didn't I say that?
first of all, we got profiled at the airport, and I had to de-escalate that. No, sir.
It started when we got to New York and pulled up on, and Reggie pulled up on us. That's where it all.
Reggie, almost got.
That's where it all.
He called
went
you
astray.
pseudo, right? Didn't he call you pseudo?
He called me pseudo.
Oh my God.
He gave Juju the
fake tour.
Hey, Reggie, my man. I ain't gonna say it was a fake tour. You know, that's
was
my
good.
man.
Nah, it's a Reggie tour. He be
Shout out, Brother Reggie.
he
was
take
so
you to the
good.
museum, and it's like smashing the letter. The letter say one damn thing.
Oh
but what's coming
man.
out of his mouth be different. My son was like, "Hey, Dad, I don't see the word black on this plaque." I say, "Well, you know that's Reggie, man. That's
And then Reggie gives a great tour at
it
the
is a good
Metropolitan
tour.
Museum. I would
He's only
suggest
gonna-
anybody to go to New York and you want to go to the Met, get Reggie to take you on.
Oh
the
yeah,
tour.
always. Just don't read the plaques. Don't read the plaques. Just listen to him, yo. He do a great job. If you read the plaque, you're gonna start saying, "Hey, Reggie."
Can I tell y'all about MC Shadi now?
Please let the sister tell us story.
No,
You know,
First I
fighting over
want-
cats it sound better. Now, go ahead.
Reggie broke his back to make sure that
wait a minute.
Juju got to the right place.
He did. We walked.
He went above and beyond.
Wore you out. That's what Reggie do. Your feet be
I
hurt.
was
You don't
so
even want to go
hurt.
back to no damage there no more.
He does do that.
He was nice.
You gotta get in shape.
Nah, he was like, you need to sit down, you need to rest, you need some water. I was like, I could do this. Because I was trying to push myself. You already know the situation. I was trying to push myself.
Take you to the Ethiopian section.
But when I was on that walk home, Chill, boy, I was so sore. This young black dude passed by me saying, God bless you, ma'am. Because I guess I was like,
Yeah, I'm in shape now for Reggie. So
I
you
was
gotta
like
be in shape.
swaying
Do
back
some
and forth. I
jogging.
was so sore. I could barely move. And I
Yeah,
was
you got to
walking
get 2
like
weeks
this.
out. 2 weeks out, start doing a lot of walking and jogging.
But Juju, go ahead and rep your Shadi, because again, like I said earlier, and Tiffany missed that. Shadi doesn't get, in my opinion, doesn't get enough credit for his contributions in hip hop, especially in Atlanta, because people talk about Outkast and they talk about Ludacris, but we rarely hear them repping Shadi, and he's definitely one of the founders of that Atlanta movement. I always give props to Shadi when I talk about Atlanta. I did it today before she showed up. But go ahead, Juju.
So I didn't okay, so I have got brothers. I was raised in Miami, so I'm very familiar with the 2 Live Crew and all their little spin-off groups. Not little. But I do want to point out, they did, get law change. You feel me, with the First Amendment, right? Freedom of speech. So I don't want people to forget about that. The South do got something to say about when it comes to hip hop. I'm just letting y'all know. But anyway, So it was Bethune-Cookman. It was a homecoming, and it was 2 Live crew there. I know it was MC Shadi. So after the show, I was 15, and they do the pep rally and stuff in the gym, and he did a signing.
Thank you, Gideon. I was just about to say that, but go ahead, Juju.
Oh yeah. About I was in Egypt.
Juju was in Egypt with me. But go
I
ahead.
went to Egypt with you. But so he did the autographs, whatever. So I was really excited. So I got up there. He was like, asked me how to spell my name. I was like, I was real proper, and I was like, it's JU apostrophe capital LANDA. And he was like, huh? I said, JU apostrophe capital LANDA. So he went to go JU, and I'm watching him hard, and then he pauses real hard, and then he puts like, a hyphen LANDA, and I'm like, that's not right. He was like, whatever. I gave it in my face, like, girl, I got my face. That's my story.
And I also had to give shout outs to Philly. My man MC Breeze in Philly doesn't get the love that he should get, because everybody's talking about Will Smith and all the other cats in Philly. But MC Breeze, the singing MC, is one of the pioneers of that Philadelphia culture. And I had the opportunity to even do shows and be in Philly performing with that brother there. So big ups to all the cats that's not from New York, that don't get their love for their input into the game.
Hey man, big up the hip hop, man, and big up to you, Chill, man, for your contributions to hip hop, man. We appreciate your intelligent approach to combating my ignorance on said subject. Appreciate you, bro. Right? I like to. I've been fighting you for damn near 2 weeks.
I'm sorry.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, but that's what it's about, man. It's for putting your ideas right out in front of the public, man. But you put the ideas out in front of a person that's qualified to correct you when you're wrong and straighten it out. That's the therapeutic value of bringing people with expertise, right, and being professional. So we respect professionalism. We respect people who are pioneers, right, in their cities for what they did, man. We respect your wealth of knowledge and names you talked about, and the friendships and the relationships, and just the wealth of knowledge you bring with hip hop, man. You are hip hop, brother. We appreciate you, man, coming through, man. It's been a top-notch interview, man. And only the women had a heart to jump up on the band.
And stupid.
Hold on, Stupid.
And stupid. I forgot about stupid. He
come up here because he came up here to try to stunt. That's why.
Yeah, he did.
Try to flex. I don't know what he thought he was flexing.
Back right back onto June.
Everybody can be hip hop. Don't be dismayed. The culture. Everybody can be hip hop. Man, listen, man. I'm your host, man. I appreciate the show, man. Man, Miss Tiffany, appreciate you. Juju, appreciate you. And Chill, man. Yeah, y'all got to get that show going. Yeah, with that Egypt, we got to get it. We got to bring it back up. That Black Egypt.
Going back in December, Chill.
That Black Egypt.
When I tell you what it was,
you going back in December. There's gonna be one person room. It's gonna be 5,000. We're gonna get that out the way right now. If you go by your damn self, Juju, it's 5,000. We don't gotta argue about it. We heard it first. 5 stacks. Ain't none of that. 5 stacks. One person in the room.
2 people, $3,800.
There you go. If you ain't got to, if they cancel on you, it's gonna go back up to 5,000. There you go. Yeah, so you got the. Anyway, man, I appreciate the show, man. We had a good time, man.
Yeah, you gonna get cut, bro. For real. With a dull edge machete.
Wow.
I'm slicing and dicing, boy. But
What the
anyway,
hell we talking about? We have this.
I got the $5,000 now, so ain't even nothing now.
She talking trash.
Uh-oh.
Look at her. Oh, shit, I forgot.
Make the call, Juju. You
What
already
is
know
even
the
happening right now?
Wait a minute, Joe. Look,
He gonna treat you when you get to Egypt this time. Yo.
Shut up. But you gonna walk around that thing 7 times.
I am not walking around that
What
thing.
thing is y'all? Hold on, man. What the hell are you? Okay, atheists doing walking around what? What happened?
That's my every time I went, because this was my 3rd time. So each time the tour guide say, "Hey, if you walk around this thing, I don't know." It seemed like they walked around it 27 times.
What
If you
thing?
walked it, I forgot even
Thing?
because
Y'all don't even know what the thing is?
it's so pseudo. It's so pseudo that I don't even pay attention to it. I just watch the people walk around it. It's some statue.
Yeah.
What did you walk around? Was it the mummy that Jabari was talking to?
It was Juju and about 11. Oh, and Juju also almost got kicked out where the mummies was at.
Oh my gosh.
Where we saw Ramses II and they was about to get thrown out.
That's three incidents. That's the cat fight.
The cat fight.
That's the mummy fight.
The walking around
and the walking around something y'all don't even know what it was.
And then the getting loud inside the mummy building.
Ooh, chill. You ain't right, man. You don't call the sister out on live.
Nothing at all.
We'll say that for the show.
Really? We gotta say that for the show? What?
We'll say that for the show.
Wow. You went there and
oh man.
Anyway, December, we going back to Egypt.
Can she go back? Are they allowing her back in the country? You know, Saul can't go back in the country. He can't go back. He's done. He was like, yo.
Black Americans be cutting up.
Y'all cutting up.
Get it together.
You cut up on a whole different level. You wasn't even fight.
I told Asar I couldn't even really mention his name before I went because I didn't want to get locked out like he did. That's my man and all that, but I couldn't say that I was down with him. I knew him because they wasn't locking me out.
They say, what the hell is Chalupa from Taco Bell?
Hey,
chicken Chalupa. Why in the hell are you talking about chicken Chalupa from Taco Bell?
West Africa YDNA EM2 say Black Thought is the best MC out of Philly. Man, Black Thought is super dope.
He is dope.
Man, if y'all want to go see that.
What is song at?
Go see. No, you ain't gonna song. Go to the Funk Master Flex freestyle of Black Thought.
And y'all,
do we got a song?
Breakdance video.
Man, forget that. I gotta defend myself. I was literally talking like this. You gotta.
Oh no, you was way louder. You was like, "Oh, they go head Shepsut. That's my girl." And then
what? Me like, chill. You want to talk loud with me? Huh? Who I was like, that's a Shepsut. That's what I do right now.
Yeah, we might not be able to take you nowhere, Juju.
No, go to the Funk Master Flex freestyle of Black Thought. He's on one. He's on one.
Funk Master. So he don't got no song though?
Yeah, well, he part of the Roots.
The Roots, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying go to the Funk Master Flex freestyle.
All right, well, who?
On one.
What's his name? Black Thought.
Black Thought on Funk Master Flex. He's on one. One of the greatest freestyles anybody ever did anywhere.
Okay.
Got me.
That's out there.
Trust me.
Black Master Freestyle. Okay, all right, I see it.
He on one for about 7 minutes. On one. No breaks. Big ups to Black Thought.
You got 18 million people watch that.
Man, it was nuts. Everybody was talking about that. It was crazy. Oh, he doing that thing.
Oh, damn, Black Thought. Okay,
Dance to the Drummer's Beat. Hey, that breakdown, and that's a break beat sample that everybody, that Dance to the Drummer's Beat, Herman Kelly, that's a staple for beats, for hip hop, especially for break dance and break beats. Yeah, so they shouting out, they got the for real stuff they breaking out in the peace to the thread, peace to the chat.
All right, man. Look, man, I appreciate everybody coming through. We at the 2 hour and 15-minute mark, man. It's been a great show, man. Look, hey, man, like and subscribe, man. Hit that Cash App too, man. Y'all playing today, man. What y'all doing, man? Show some support, man. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Get one of them little memberships, man.
I still got sacred dirt for sale from Egypt. Holla at me.
She's selling dirt from the statue when she walked around it.
Oh, okay, Juju. What about your boy that got stopped at the airport for trying to bring back a boulder from the pyramids?
What, y'all stealing artifacts?
Yo,
Did you spare that too?
Wait a minute, Juanito. It was this
serious?
doctor. Let me not tell his business, but he the reason my roommate switched out on me, and then this ninja get back to wherever he from and his house in foreclosure. How about
oh damn, that's how you go do him?
That's how you get him?
him like that?
All
bro.
I know is he tried to
He
leave
told us his
Egypt
business.
with a boulder from the pyramid.
What did you sign off on that?
They was
Look,
like,
we had already told
you
him.
saw him pick up that boulder, Juju.
I did see him, and also told him put it in your check bag. Don't put it in your carry-on. What'd he do? Put it in his carry-on.
You was showing him how to do it?
Yeah, I didn't get caught. I got all my rocks.
What in the world?
I got all my rocks with me.
You stole.
Let me go get them. You want to see my rocks?
Yeah, go get them.
my rock.
That dude tried to leave with like a 40-pound rock from the pyramid site.
What they do? What they say? Sorry, sir.
It was like one of the blocks they used to build the pyramid itself. It was literally.
You thought he was gonna get away with that?
Yeah.
I don't know how.
They was like,
Go
you
get
got
your rocks,
anything? It's
Juju.
like, nah, man.
Where your rocks here, Juju? Let me see your rocks.
I got you want to see them right now?
Yeah, let me right now. Let me find out you stole
You
some rocks.
you about to get Juju not brought back into Egypt again.
Oh,
You got
wow.
to get her showing stuff that she stole. She about to come show it too. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I sure am about to come show y'all.
No way. She got a boulder. Is that she took a from the pyramid, Juju?
Uh-huh.
Yo, it's crazy. You about to go to you're in a foreign country, Juju. You get 30 years for that, yo. Do you know what the headline would read? Black woman from Florida gets locked up for 30 years for taking a rock from ancient Egypt. And we wouldn't be able to understand that.
The Valley of the Kings.
We would not be able to understand that, Juju.
But dude, she got a rock. Dude had a boulder.
And look at if she put all hers together, yo.
Sacred sand.
If she put all hers together.
I think this is from the Valley of the Kings. Too.
Look, yo, she put all together. She got something like this. Look at that.
Dude, she got. I suggest you stop. Cease and desist. If you ever plan on going back, please stop.
You really can't take it with you? Then why
you can't take no daggone the 2,500-year-old artifact from Jesus. Look, man, ladies and gentlemen,
45.
The feds is knocking at the door. She took a 4,500-year-old rock.
Ended up here. Where's she laying? Where's she going?
She took a 4,500. It's been sitting there for 4,500 years. And a human being walks up and walks up. What are the implications?
Woo. Miss Tiffany, put my back picture back up there.
Oh, you want that? Hold on.
Wrong picture.
Wrong picture.
Hey, man, we're gonna cut that out of the interview later. That wasn't really she was playing.
Edit.
We got that from Mississippi. We're gonna edit that. We got that
Mississippi rock.
Yo, she had 4-5 bags. So you ain't even. Yo, you was about to go to jail. I was about to seize the whole trip.
Hold on, I don't get it. Hold on, let me get it.
Put my Baptist preacher picture back up there.
Hold on, let me. I got to upload it. Give me a second.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
Man,
you're doing too much.
Is this what's going on? Yo, it's been sitting there for 4,500 years. Yo, the eyes of the pharaohs looked at them rocks. Yo, they not supposed to be in America.
There we go.
There you go. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that's my picture that I'm going with right now. I don't got nothing to do with I'm going with that photo right now.
Look at that. Look at his face. Did somebody get on the bus with some stowaway?
That's right. That's how I'm looking right. That's the
Don't
part
look
I'm
like,
going with.
Hey man, look, man. Hey man, it's been a. Hey man, I had no idea the interview was gonna go this way, yo.
It took a turn.
It took a turn. It took a turn. Yo, a 4,000. Yo, listen to that, yo.
My God.
4,000. 5-year-old.
I'm talking about the brother who had the pyramid boulders. She done volunteered.
That was the fact, yo. She got him. That's how you do it. You. It's called a misdirection, yo. You send the dummy. That's how she did it. Look, you go ahead, put that in your wishmacombin bag, and he put the big boulder right there. While they busy with him, yo, she got the real stuff. Juju, that was Florida. That was fire.
Hey man, I'm gone, man. Y'all, woo! Y'all doing the most.
Oh,
I like Juju say. They hating on greatness. Yeah, that was a hell of a Mr. That was Lamar Jackson. You know, you think he handed it off? How the sleight of hand? Ha ha. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
Y'all doing the most.
I don't think she thought about it. I don't think she knew that was 4,500 years ago.
Come to Egypt with us in December.
I carry too much of my luggage to be carrying.
Come to Egypt, man. Join him, man. We don't do it. We don't do it. What's the name of the tour agency?
The Elite Travel Company. And now also known as the Elite Travel Foundation.
Okay. That means you getting that guap.
It's now a 501c.
Right. You getting that money.
Man,
big
sister to run that.
To Nikisha, sister Nikisha. Sister Nikisha Johnson.
You seen the interview I did. I did a great interview with her.
Yeah, but you did.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on this channel. Great interview. Yep, she's an excellent tour guide. I don't know if she made it.
She a travel agent. No, she did. I went. She
tricked you because she knew Juju was gonna come back with them rocks. She was like, I ain't going. So I get them rocks. That was funny, yo. Okay, yo. Had no idea we have a 4,000-year artifact show up on the show. I apologize. It wasn't real. It was actually from Mississippi. There you go. Man. Okay. So there you have it, man.
I appreciate everybody in the building. I appreciate the people in the chat.
Man, we had a lot of important people come through, man. You know, we appreciate that, man. Man, we're going to leave here with some hip hop for my damn children. Grown men. That's how we're going to end it. Oh, my. Sitting here with the lovely Miss Tiffany and the great Chill Herd. Y'all know what it is, man. Community skeptics. Like and subscribe. We stand on business. That shit broke my heart, but it fixed my bitch. Gotta train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. You gotta go hard from the start. Y'all know what it is, man. Think I'm worried about you, you must be trust. Some shit gonna happen, but that's just life. It's all about how you check back and get right. Ty always gonna make sure I'm tight. He always influence me and give me advice. I'm brave, I could be 6 feet doing life. Some younger 14 ain't high. You gotta have motion to do what I do. Just give me the ball and watch what I do. I'm way too on point, can be paid for. I'm king of the jungle, hood like the zoo. Man, y'all know what it is, man. Hip hop in this elevation. Youngest get a chance at it. MC Chill. Don't get no better than that. Juju. 5,000-year-old rock collection. Hey. Y'all know how we do it. All day, every day.
Talk to me, Cleveland.
Thanks for coming out. Kevin Chill, you heard?
I like that.
Uh-huh.
You heard. I'm your host, Bobby Banger. Welcome to the Community Skeptics. And with that, we